and today we're hanging out with our computer waifu, Fuku at the dorm. Oh man! God damn it. Oh well. Such is life, huh? Maya, you wanna play Innocent Sin, huh? Sure, we can play Innocent Sin. We can play fucking video games. Let's go play fucking video games. I knew I was overthinking it. I knew I should talk to other people. Man, I thought I talked to everybody too. God damn it, I should have talked to everyone. Fuck, man. Oh well. Luna Vale. Luna Vale Hospital? Okay, interesting. Yeah, I remember you. Oh, thank God. Sunshine is overrated. I'm going for that because the links to the moon. Jesus Christ. Fucking MMO E-Girls, holy shit. I want to do more of that because I do want to see where that goes. There's a few things interesting about that. For example, the name of the hospital, the name of the level there was Luna Vale, so Moon Vale. The reason this is kind of interesting about this mention is it's not just because of haha the moon. So in Japanese folklore, right, the celestial realm or the land of the gods is actually said to be a great city built on the moon. So Luna Vale Hospital denotes, you know, hospital on the moon, Japanese concept of gods under esoteric Shinto cosmology, combined with the clear, you know, Innocent Sin is the name of one of the Persona games. Oh my God. Oh God, it'd be fucking great. Zeus, oh my... Okay, that's on purpose. That's on fucking purpose. Right, OMG means oh my God. ZOMG is old leet speak for Zeus, oh my God. Zeus. Fucking Zeus. Atlas, you sly fucks. Zeus, oh my God. Well, actually, that's interesting too. So now this gets into... Okay, so here's the thing. This next bit about why ZOMG comes into how well-versed the developers were in online culture. So the reason that ZOMG was something that emerged in the first place instead of OMG is because of the whole you can't say the Lord's name in vain, but at the same time also taking the piss out of that, an act of defiance, rebellion against the whole established order, the divine, religious expectations, whatnot in Christian families. So, oh, I can't say oh my God? Fine, Zeus, oh my God. I'm referring to Zeus as my God. Fuck you, Mom. Fuck you, Dad. And rebellious. It wasn't explicitly that, but it kind of like just developed from there. So, the ZOMG is clearly a reference to Zeus in terms of Hellenism, right? Absolutely. As for why they're referring to it, well, it depends on how well versed they are in internet culture. If they are from those days as on the development team when this started, it's entirely possible they are referring to the origination of the slang term. But how well versed are they in internet culture? Because that is... Many people know ZOMG. Not a lot of people know its origins. It's possible if they were on BB boards back then, bulletin boards and whatnot. I mean, developers do tend to be in that kind of circles. And they would be in the age group who may have been. It's possible. Which would then, if that is what they're saying, that would mean that Maya is herself someone who is... No! No, 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 no. There is no way that's who Maya is. I think I just, oh no, no. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I think I just realized who this could be. No fucking way. No fucking way that this is who I think it is. No. No, no. I think I might know exactly who this is. I just realized. I just realized. Okay, give me a second. Let me find this. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Where's Zeus's daughter? Oh my, no. There's no way this is there's no way this is it. So there was a daughter of Zeus, right? Who was kept locked up per se and never allowed to really venture out, apart from like, you know, one day a year. I'm trying to find her name. No. There's no way this is her. There's no way this is her. That might be what they're doing potentially, because okay, so remember how I was saying how the origination of zomg, right, it was the whole Zeus, oh my god, as an act of defiance against the whole you can't use the Lord's name in vain, and then basically saying, oh yeah, well, Zeus is my lord. Well, one thing you could use for that would be the assertion that maybe she's using it because Zeus is her god, right? Or if they're playing into some kind of mythology that she is the daughter of Zeus that was kept locked up. I can't remember what her name was. Was it fuck? Who was it? What was her name? Was it Persephone? In Greek mythology, Persephone, also called Kor, is a daughter of Zeus and Demeter. She became the queen of the underworld through her abduction by Hades, the god of the underworld. The myth of the abduction represents her function as a personification of vegetation, which shoots forth in spring, withdraws into the earth after harvest. She's associated with spring as well as the fertility of vegetation. Some myths appear in the cults of male gods like Attis, Adonis, Osiris, and Neme on Crete. So let me find this. Where's this? She's an Orphism. Evidence from both the Orphic hymns and the Orphic gold leaves demonstrate that Persephone is one of the most important deities worshipped in Orphism. In the Orphic religion, gold leaves with verses intended to help the deceased enter into an optimal afterlife, often buried with the dead. Persephone is mentioned frequently in these tablets, along with Demeter and Euclides, which may be another name for Pluton. The ideal afterlife believers strive for is described on the same leaves as sacred meadows and groves of Persephone. Other gold leaves describe gently born receiving shelter from the dead. Okay. She would be the mother of first Dionysus. In the Orphic myth, Zeus came to Persephone in her bedchamber in the underworld and impregnated her with the child who would become her successor. The infant Dionysus was later dismembered by the Titans before being reborn as a second Dionysus, who wandered the earth spreading his mystery cult before ascending to the heavens with his second mother, Semele. In the first Orphic Dionysus is sometimes referred to with the alternate name Zagreus. The earliest mentions of this name in literature describe him as a partner of Gaia, the world soul. Partner of Gaia. My god. And call him the highest god. The Greek poet Achilles considered Zagreus either an alternate name for Hades or his son, becoming born to Persephone. Scholar Timothy Grant noted that Hades was often considered an alternate Chthonic form of Zeus, and suggested it is likely Zagreus was originally the son of Hades and Persephone, who was later merged with the Orphic Dionysus, the son of Zeus and Persephone, owing to the identification of the two fathers as the same thing. However, no known Orphic source... No way. No fucking way. This is her, isn't it? It is. She's the daughter of... She's the daughter of Zeus. She's the fucking daughter of Zeus, isn't she? And the guy who's wandering around as the pale man is Zagreus, and he's going to merge with us to produce the higher no I swear to god, if that's what fucking happens, Jesus Christ, if that's what fucking happens. I don't feel confident enough in saying this is going to happen because this is just from a single word. Not even a word at that. But I swear to God, if that's where this goes. I will laugh my shit off if this actually ends up being the case. Jesus Christ. That's fucking funny, honestly. Morning. That's kind of funny. It could be Persephone. She could be Persephone. That could be Persephone. That really could be Persephone. Fucking hell, man. Because, like, I was just thinking, like, it's kind of, like, I wonder how well versed they are in culture. It's like, you know, like, because Zeus, oh my god, was originally an act of rebellion, referring to, fine, I reject you. Zeus is my god, and said, yeah, fuck you, mom and dad. And I went, wait a second. Wait a second. The reason I'm not sure about that is because that is really early internet culture. Like, that's super early shit. Like, most people know about zomg. Not a lot of people know about its origins. Well, sorry, not most people. Like, you know, zomg hasn't been used in fucking years, right? But even when it was used, people didn't know about its origins. Its origins were even earlier than that. But if someone on the development team did know about its origins, that could be a subtle hint to it. I swear to God, if that's fucking Persephone, and if the guy wandering around is fucking Zagreus, and if it turns out the whole thing with the world soul and its opposite is tying back into the Orphic hymns, and if it turns out that this then links back to a merger between us and them, producing, like, you know, our higher form of the Dionysus and whatever, right? I swear to God, if that's the road this fucking takes, I'm gonna laugh my shit off if we got it from this. If we got it from a fucking word from an E-Girl, I'm gonna lose my shit laughing. Anyway, that'd be hilarious if that's actually it. Let's be more rational. It's a bit fringe to say that's it, but I will lose my shit laughing so hard if it is just literally some E-Girl says zomg in an MMO and then we will call that. Anyway, let's wait until far later, because that is such a stretch. But in the hypothetical that the development team did know this, it's possible. But that's a really big stretch, because we are talking really far back internet culture. Like, even when this game came out, really far back. But it's possible. But we'll see. Anyway, if you understand the Lawrence force and the left-hand rule, then I'm erasing the board. I've already erased it. Nah, might be on the exam we're having in 2 weeks. Got it? Good. I hate Lorentz force. Remember that shit in physics, man. On page 8, first problem is skipping an application. Okay, what's up next? Nothing. Oh no, Junpei, no! When you drain the water in the tub, it swirls down the drain. What way does the swirl go in the northern hemisphere? Shit. See, here's the thing. Okay. I'm conflicted. Okay, in my heart right now, I'm super conflicted. On one side, this makes sense. It's extremely abstract and extremely fringe to the point of there's a lot of assumptions made, but it does follow a line of reasoning. And that makes me kind of go, well, it stands up. But on the other side, I'm going, yeah, it stands up. But do you really think the developers, like, had that much experience with internet culture? It's possible, but that's a lot of assumptions to be making. But I mean, on one hand, it feels really extreme. On the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that might be it. Okay, all right. At this point, I'm going to invoke what I usually do here and say it's interesting. So when I say something's interesting, that usually means there's some interesting implications that could be made from it. You could go down a path and could say a few things. Yeah, sure, they make sense. Yeah, sure, they stand up. And it's an interesting point to wonder about. But it does not meet the standards of extrapolation. It is so many leaps, so many assumptions. Even if they make sense, even if they're possible, it is still a single thread of reasoning that is self-referential. That does not stand up in extrapolation. It doesn't mean it's wrong, but there needs to be more before I go as far as to say it is that. But what I will say is that it's an interesting thing to think about, because if a developer who was involved in this, either on the writing team in this case, yeah, this would be someone on the writing team. Someone on the writing team would have had that much experience with online culture. If this is the case, massive asterisks, massive fucking asterisk here, right? But if that's the case, the way that would have happened is this would have been in the world design. Mai would have been identified as that. A note would have been made that the writing team should find some way to hint along this throughout the whole social link, and that the purpose of social link should be kind of a journey to find out who this person is, to work out who they are behind the false identity. That's what they would have been. This would have been then given to the writing team, and the writing team would have made dialogue for this and a story for that. And in this situation, if that's what it is, then a writer on the team would have had that level of interaction with that very early internet culture and would have chosen to use that phrase because of it. Now, that's if we're looking in the Japanese text. In the localized text, this gets a little bit more fringe. That would mean that either one of the original Japanese writers did that, which is unlikely because zomg is an acronym. It is not a word being translated. That's likely a localizer, which means a localizer would have had that level of experience. But the thing is, people who tend to be into localization actually were the people who were around at this time in internet culture, come to think of it. This is seeming a little more likely. It's still just interesting, but that also kind of works in its favor a little bit. Oh boy. All right, Northern Hemisphere. I think it's clockwise. It's counter. Damn it. It's counter. Sorry, man. Northern Hemisphere's counter. Southern Hemisphere's clockwise. Got it. I swear to God, if that turns out to be Persephone, and from there we then work out the identity of the Pale Man, and we also work out the potential for what happens with the Titans, right? And the child born from Zeus. I swear to God, if that's where this fucking goes, and then we end up with like the whole thing with Zagreus and Frank. I swear to fucking God, if that's what fucking happens, Jesus Christ. Anyway. And if that happens, if that does happen, and we got this from Zeus, oh my God, hee silly boy, ego on a fucking MMO, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Today's what, Monday? Yeah, you're on the moon. Let's go hang out, man. I'm down with that. Like, I was just talking about it out loud, and I was like, wait a second. No fucking way. Like, I know I keep going on about this, but I'm just kind of like... The bit that gets me is that, as absurd as it sounds, there's nothing that really actually stands against it. Now, for context, that is not enough in extrapolation. The way extrapolation works is, to be honest, you have loads of things that nothing stands against. The point isn't to find what's right. The point is to find what's wrong. And one of the initial steps is you have like 20 different things, and 19 of them are wrong. But there's no reason to think they're wrong until you keep going down the process. That's what this is here. There's no reason to think it's wrong, but there's no reason to think it's right either. It just happens to pass those checks. Whatever else it really is will also pass those checks, but this does too. And I'm curious to see how... Okay, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to keep doing that social link, and we're going to keep on going at it. And every time we do a new one, we're going to see if it contradicts that idea. And we're going to see how long that goes on for without it being contradicted. And if we get dangerously close to rank 10 without this being contradicted, that's starting to look a little more likely, but... There's a lot of reaching being made, but none of it's inherently wrong. Just a lot of reaching. We'll see. Jeez, I'm like reeling from that still. Like, fucking hell, man.